Listen up, petrol heads. Remember that dream of cruising down the motorway with cheap road tax? Well, wake up and smell the burning tires. From April 2025, the government's slapping a hefty new VED on petrol and diesel cars. They want us all driving electric cars, don't you know? Apparently it's good for the planet or something. So, here's the deal. If you're thinking of buying a new gas guzzler, think again. From 2025, any new car that pumps out more than 255 grams per kilometre of CO2 will be hit with a whopping £2,745 in first-year VED. And don't think you're getting off lightly if your car's a bit older. Most of the existing VED rates are doubling. Now I know what you're thinking. This only affects those posh supercar types, right? Wrong. This VED hike will hit everyone, from your average Ford Fiesta driver to the bloke behind the wheel of a Lamborghini. Imagine this, you finally saved up enough for that Audi R8, the one you've been drooling over since you were a kid. But wait, what's this? A tax bill bigger than your mortgage? Now some of you might be thinking, I'll be all right, I'll just get a hybrid. Well, I've got news for you. Hybrids aren't off the hook either. The taxman's coming for everyone. Take the Ford Puma, for instance. Its VED is about to double from £220 to £440. And don't even get me started on the Range Rover. That luxury beast is looking at a VED hike from £2,745 to a wallet-busting £5,490. So, what's the point of all this, you ask? Our esteemed Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, reckons it's all about saving the planet. She wants to encourage us all to switch to electric cars by making petrol and diesel cars so expensive to run that we're forced to sell a kidney just to afford to fill up the tank. So, let's talk about electric cars. I'll admit they've come a long way from those milk float things that used to putter around supermarkets. And yes, they're cheap to tax. From April 2025, you'll only be paying a measly £10 for the first year. But are they the answer to all our problems? Are we all going to be gliding around in silent, emission-free bliss? Well, not so fast. Now for the bit you've all been waiting for, the list of shame. These are the gas-guzzling monsters that are really going to feel the pinch. We're talking about your Audi RS6 SS, your McLaren GTs, your Ferrari Romas, and yes, even your Lamborghini Uruses. So there you have it, the government's grand plan to force us all into electric cars. Look, I get it, we need to do something about the environment, but is this really the way to do it? Hitting ordinary motorists in the pocket while the super rich carry on guzzling gas in their supercars? Something doesn't quite add up. So there you have it. The government's decided to play Monopoly with our wallets, and guess what? We're the ones paying the rent. They say it's all to encourage us to go electric, and sure, electric cars can be fun. But forcing people to buy them by making everything else prohibitively expensive, that's about as sensible as trying to put out a fire with a jerry can full of petrol. The bottom line is this. Stay informed, do your research, and whatever you do, don't get caught with your pants down when these new taxes come into effect. And remember, stay ahead of the curve. Subscribe now for more updates.